Hey everybody, this is Phantom Data, and I wanted to give a little video demonstration of some of the data logging and trending capabilities that I've added into this little Arduino unit here. That right there is an LM34 temperature sensor. Basically you put 5 volts across it, and on the signal pin it'll vary the voltage linearly based on the ambient temperature in the environment. So you can actually basically read temperature. So I've got it hooked up here into one of the analog inputs on my Arduino, along with a couple other things in there. There's a little motion sensor. There's a cat. She's not really integral to the operation of this device. But basically it allows this little Arduino here with the Ethernet module to read the temperature. But that's not really the particularly interesting part. I mean, it's pretty simple just to hook up a little voltage-based temperature sensor and read the data. Anybody can do that, but what I've done to kind of make this a little bit more useful, you can see here I've got up a little graph here of the ambient temperature. The green stuff in the middle there is the actual ambient temperature that's being read out of the Arduino. And the blue stuff is external temperature read from a local weather station. So basically what I'm doing is I've got a little web server running over here in my little networking closet. That, among other things, periodically polls the Arduino unit and basically shoves all the data into a RRD tool database, which is pretty much a round-robin database tool is the technical term for it, but it basically allows you to store a crap ton of time-based data and then be able to really easily generate really spiffy graphs. So I've done a lot of work here. It's really hard getting this to display correctly on a record correctly from a computer screen, but you can kind of see what I've got going on here. There's a couple little, I can drill down and I can change the viewing window of the graph. So right now I'm looking at the last 8 hours. I can look over the last 6 months here. So you can see there's a couple times when I've taken the Arduino out and kind of worked on it. So this particular framework I've also got, this is a completely generic framework. It's basically pulling any sort of an HTTP value. So I can actually pull up here 1.177. And if I type that IP address in correctly, that would help. Alright, so this web page here is being served up by the Arduino, and then this is the actual web application that I have running on my little server back there. So I've got all kinds of different data in here that I can take a look at and drill into. It's not just limited to that Arduino there, so I can come in and I can look at, like for instance, one I routinely look at is my level of disk free, the amount of free space I've got on my server. You can see I've got quite a bit there. I've got 660 gigs at the moment. So can also look at things like my network traffic. I've got that all wired in there. So this is the last 24 hours. So if I push it back a week and oh hey, there's StarCraft 2. So pretty interesting. So this is just a web app. So it's running there on my Mac. Running over here on a PC just the same. Everything is, pretty much just exactly the same as was demonstrated over there. So I can pull up the graphs anywhere. I can pull this stuff up when I'm on the road. I can look at it when I'm at work, so I can see if my air conditioning unit has failed or anything like that, which is pretty handy. I've also got a little display readout here, and what you're looking at right now is also a web application. Objective-C is just a huge pain in the ass. So I decided to just write a nice simple little HTML5 web application. So I can, again, access this from anywhere. I don't have to worry about being local to my network. I can just pull this up wherever I am. So you can see the little red flashy doodad there is from the motion sensor that I demonstrated in a previous video. Just little demonstration here. I hope you guys enjoyed actually seeing kind of how my little project panned out.